Aries, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aries, please. All right, so we have the King of Swords. This is your energy. Your person is showing up as the Ten of Swords, okay? They're viewing you as the Fool in reverse, Aries energy. What you're not seeing is the Page of Wands, okay? And your future advice or outcome, we see the Six of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like you've had an ending with this person. The King of Swords here tells me that you're kind of holding back, you're evaluating, you're looking at all the details. You're trying to keep your emotions out of it. And the Ace of Pentacles, but you do see potential here with this person. Or after an ending, you may be looking at or evaluating a potential new beginning. Now, the King of Swords tells me some of you could have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in your chart, but I feel like you're being like pensive, thoughtful, discerning. You're trying not to be overly emotional here. All right, with the Knight of Pentacles, I do think that you're trying to figure out like how can we move forward, or what's the best way for me to move forward at this time. I do think that you do see that there's potential for a new beginning here with this person. All right. Now, some of you, if it's not an ex, it could be somebody here who's just gone through a major ending and you're like holding back, you're evaluating, you're looking at, okay, how could we have something solid, stable, and secure? What are the right actions I should take? But you're not being impulsive. You're not in a rush. Okay, you're viewing this person as the Ten of Wands. Okay, so again, you might know this person is going through something really heavy, or you know that this has been quite heavy for both of you if there's a separation. All right, and you're viewing the relationship as the Page of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So with the Page of Cups in reverse, it feels like, there's something here that you're not fully trusting, or you're not really sure that you can emotionally invest in this connection. You're hesitant about emotionally investing. Now, your person is really hurting right now with the Ten of Swords. So I don't know if that's because they've experienced some personal loss. Maybe they're going through a painful ending with someone else, but for a lot of you, it may be a painful ending with you. Okay, so just trust your energy. I kind of feel like more than anything, this person's really hurting about this ending here with you, Aries. All right, we see initial spark. So there's a potential in a person or situation to develop into something in the future, but how you approach it is up to you. Okay, so there's potential here, but something just isn't right, and you're already picking up on that. There's something off. There's something that's keeping this from, coming back together or moving forward. So trust your intuition and keep seeking for more answers until your situation feels right. All right, trust in divine assistance here, Aries. Your prayers have been heard. The divine is currently supporting and guiding you. Allow yourself to receive, okay? And Spirit's also saying here, Aries, don't wait to get picked. Don't chase anything that doesn't want to be caught. Instead, pick yourself up and forge ahead. So I definitely see like you're not going to invest in this connection if this person isn't going to be open to, doing some of the emotional labor and some of the repair themselves, or if you feel like they're too overwhelmed with some other personal loss or some other situation. So I do see that you're being really discerning about investing your time and effort, even though I think you're hoping for and seeing that there's a potential new beginning with this person. So your person right now is hurting with the Ten of Swords and the Hermit card in reverse. I do think that they're probably overthinking, overanalyzing with this Virgo energy. They may be planning on showing up out of nowhere or sending you a message, kind of coming out of hiding is what I'm getting. Yeah, but we get the Wheel of Fortune energy in reverse, but there's something that's stopping them. from coming forward just yet. And remember, we are in Mercury retrograde, so they're probably doing a lot of introspection. It feels like they have some healing and some forgiveness to do. They may be feeling really bad about themselves right now with the Wheel of Fortune. Pay attention to tens coming through, a lot of tens showing up in this reading. The Seven of Cups in reverse is telling me that they are getting clarity about this connection, feeling like I think they do want reunion, or they're getting clear about their feelings for you, which are quite strong. All right, they're showing up, they're viewing you as the Fool in reverse. So they may feel like, you're triggered. They may feel like you made some sort of impulsive decision if you moved away from them. They may feel like things were happening too fast with you. The King of Wands, but they see you as very sexy, attractive. They see you as somebody they could definitely be with. But this is you also really standing your ground, setting strong boundaries. All right, the Three of Wands. They know that you're waiting. So some of you, you're waiting to hear from them. You're waiting for a response, or you're just watching and waiting to see what they do next. All right. And there's some distance here for sure with the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man in reverse. But they also know that you won't wait forever. Okay, but I do think like this person is starting to see you differently with this Pisces energy. I think they know that you're action oriented. Again, you're not going to stay stuck for long. Ten of Cups in reverse. I mean, we get all of these like Ten of Swords in the upright, Ten of Cups in reverse. So either your person's going through like a difficult ending or divorce with someone else, and you're not sure if this is going to be a rebound or if they're ready. Or some of you, it's a breakup with you. Of course, you're gonna know your story. You're gonna know your story here. All right, let's see. What do we need to know about this person? What do we need to know about this person? All right, we see gambler, so relying on luck rather than hard work. So I kind of feel like, I don't know if your person is a bit of a risk taker. And maybe that is something that came between the two of you, like you didn't feel like they were, that they were responsible or they were taking too many risks. You may also feel like this person isn't really trusting their intuition, or that they I don't know, like it feels like this person isn't trusting their intuition, or they're not quite ready to take a risk yet or a leap forward towards you. And we see rescuer, so assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued needy. No, but you know what I'm getting here more than anything? I think your person needs to build up strength and courage. I feel like, I just kind of feel maybe this person, you feel they haven't been quite supportive. Maybe you felt like there was too much tit for tat in this connection. I feel like I also get that they're waiting for you to take action here, Aries. That's more than anything. I feel like they're waiting for you to come towards them, for you to take action. All right, let's see how they're viewing you. Angel energy in reverse, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. So it's interesting. I wonder if they feel like, maybe you're not who they thought they were. You're not who they thought you were. I kind of feel like this person wants you to do a lot of the emotional labor, or wants more help, wants more support from you, Aries. Yeah, but they see that you're also loving and giving, that you delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. But I'm wondering if they just I don't know if they didn't feel fully supported in this connection. Again, this may be somebody that really does want to be indulged. Maybe you felt like, they wanted you to do all of the emotional labor here. Okay, but they are starting to see things differently, is what I'm seeing. I kind of get they weren't really pulling their weight in this connection. And even if this is a connection where it hasn't found its form yet and they're going through an ending, I feel like this person is wants you to come towards them, wants you to do more of the emotional labor. But with the Page of Wands, I feel this person is going to take a risk or take a leap of faith. They do want a new beginning with you. They're opening up their heart chakra. But the Chariot card in reverse tells me that this person, yeah, it's like this person is stuck from moving forward though. I don't know if it's like a lack of self-confidence or there's still some healing and forgiveness here that needs to take place. And again, it could be because they're going through that, like an ending, a painful ending or a personal loss regarding another connection or a family member or something like that. But your person is a little bit emotionally stuck, even though there's a big part of them that does want to reach out, move forward, have a new beginning. Now the Six of Swords energy in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles tells me this person may be coming back around to invest in this connection, but I'm also seeing with the Six of Swords, if things aren't moving forward, Aries, your advice is to invest your time and effort into yourself, into your creativity, your house, your home, your finances. I see this has been emotionally draining, and we see the Eight of Cups. And for some of you, this connection has been stuck. Something definitely feels off, like they want you to give more than I feel like they're giving. I feel like they want you to do all the emotional labor here. There's something that's like they're stuck. They're stuck from moving forward. And they're worried that you're not going to take a risk or you're not going to take a leap of faith towards them. Maybe you have been. Maybe you were the one that was always fixing things, or you were the one that was always pursuing them. What's interesting is, though, you do see, you're trying to figure out, can we have this new beginning? And I think there's a part of you that's still holding on to hope that this could really be something. But the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups is saying, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself here, Aries. This has been emotionally draining, and if it's too much so, and they're not meeting you where you are, or meeting you halfway, it may be time to walk away. King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this person is like, I just feel like they don't give emotionally, or their emotions are elsewhere right now, or they're somebody that really wants to be indulged here. And, you know, I feel like a lot of my Aries, you may have been doing that emotional labor for some time or in the beginning. But I also think you're starting to realize that this is a bit draining for you. You know, you want somebody you want an equal give and take. All right, so this person is showing up as main male in reverse. Now, remember, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but the cards that I use are sometimes. I don't think this person's ready to step up and be like, you know what I mean? Like step up and like be in this connection fully. Some of you, they're more focused on their finances, or they bring an energy of lack to the connection, maybe from a previous connection, or they don't feel good enough, or they feel like you need to always be putting in 60 or 70% while they're doing 40 or 30. And we see bad health. Some of you, this person does need to heal, whether that's finances or emotional health or physical health. They may be suffering health-wise or financially, whether you know that or not. But I kind of feel like there's a couple of things here that are stopping this person from really, truly stepping up here, Aries. All right, what do they want to say to you? I can be myself with you. You and I were too young. So, you know, whether that you were too young or not, it feels like there's a timing issue they're aware of. And I am recovering, yeah. And it looks like this person may still be recovering from something. Now, maybe it's, like I said, this ending with you, but for a lot of you, it may be something else. Like a divorce, it could be some, you know, accident, illness, injury, it could be financial. It kind of feels like it's a blend of things. Okay, like it may be a couple of things here. So I kind of feel like, Aries, there are some considerable obstacles here for this person really kind of stepping up and being the person you need them to be, at least at this time. All right, their future actions towards you is the World card. So I do see this person coming back around. All right, but the Nine of Swords, they're going through this dark night of the soul. They're going through a spiritual transformation. And so it's like when they do come back around, Aries, it's going to be really important that you see, okay, can they offer me what I offer them? Can they offer me a steady, healthy relationship? All right. Anything else we need to know here, please, Spirit? Your inner voice is calm. Listen to that one. Okay, so listen to your inner voice. Don't spin out here. Ground before you interpret anything. Their communication, their next actions, their silence. All right, but we are seeing here that feelings exist and consistency doesn't. So there are feelings here, but there's a lack of consistency, Aries, and that's something that needs to be evaluated. All right, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.